These are the shoe awards of 2023 of basketball. What's up guys, Vinny here with Sneaker Tweaker and welcome back to another video. Boy, have I been saying that a lot. As mentioned, these are the basketball shoe awards of 2023 by Sneaker Tweaker with your host, Sneaker Tweaker. So I'm gonna cut the BS here and I'm just gonna go and hit them one by one because there's quite a few awards and yeah, we're gonna get to them all and not waste too much time. Without further ado, this is the best basketball shoe from Nike in 2023. The best basketball shoe from Nike in 2023, well, there's two because I couldn't choose between these two, and again, they're pretty much almost the same shoe, slightly different, but almost the same shoe. And that is the Nike LeBron 21 and the Nike LeBron Next Gen. Both of these shoes are my favorite shoes of Nike in 2023, and that's just because they have great cushion, great traction, and great lockdown and support. So yeah, that is my favorite shoe from Nike in 2023. Now, the best basketball shoe from Adidas in 2023 are the Harden Volume 7s, and I'm sure this is no shock to anyone because Adidas is pretty much ass everywhere else this year at least, or the last couple of years, and the Harden Volume 7s were a pleasant surprise. They're one of those shoes that has a pretty much a well-rounded setup. You get great traction, you get great cushion. The materials aren't the most high-end, but they're durable and they get the job done without dragging it on too much. That's the best basketball shoe from Adidas in 2023, in my opinion, which is a fact, which you guys know. Next, we have the best basketball shoe from Way of Wade in 2023. And the Way of Wade 10s would be on there, or I mean, even the lows, but I don't want to put the lows on there because they're the 10s, but they're just the lows. They're just a different iteration, exact same shoe. But if that was the case, that literally would be my favorite shoe of 2023, but they were made in 2022. So without further ado, we have the Way of Wade All City 11 V2. We also had the All City 12 just recently released, but that kind of did not make the cutoff point for me. That will be in next year's list. The All City 11 V2s are just one of those shoes that are a pretty damn complete package. You get great traction, you get durable traction. It bites really well, essentially on all types of floors, but you also get a great cushion setup. Not only that, but you also get great support features in the shoe, and it is, in my opinion, the best basketball shoe from Way of Wade in 2023. The Way of Wade 11s didn't release this year, so there's really, in my opinion, not a better basketball shoe from Way of Wade in 2023 besides the All City 11 V2s. Next, we have the best basketball shoe from Puma in 2023, and that is, to no one's surprise, the Puma MB03. I mean, you guys have probably heard me mention before that the MB03s are one of my favorite basketball shoes in 2023, and that is why they are my pick for the best basketball shoe by Puma in 2023. You get a great setup, a pretty damn complete setup for only $125, and that's just a ridiculous deal for me because you don't really get that from too many brands, and Puma has been amazing about delivering performance for a great value, and this shoe is no exception. Being a signature shoe is even more surprising. Next, we have the best basketball shoe from New Balance in 2023, and that is the Fresh Foam BB. Now, I honestly didn't get a chance to try out the two-way V4 too much yet, and that's because when those did release, I had broken my toe, and after that, I got sick, so there was a whole bunch of shit that was going on. These are one of the ones that I did try out, and I tried these out before they had the recall on them, so I got these early, and honestly, they were super fun to play in. You get a great cushion setup. There's a lot of compression, especially in the heel, but the traction is amazing as well. This thing just bit the floor like crazy, and just absolutely was a fun time to play in. Yeah, that is my top pick for New Balance in 2023. Next, we have the best up-and-coming brand in 2023, and that, in my opinion, is Sears Player Only. They are a brand that started off essentially, like I said before, not necessarily mimicking Kobe's brand. I mean, it kind of was with their Player One, and then the Player One 2023, which was kind of an improved version, but then they've started improving on that and just building a foundation where it is Kobe inspired still, but they are essentially becoming their own brand and building their own identity. At the end of the day though, they are taking inspiration from the Mamba, and to me that is absolutely amazing. I mean, a lot of brands are doing that, but they are really, really dedicated, and they are one of those brands that seriously, pun intended, do take their consumers' opinions and apply that to their product. And that is very rare for brands to do these days. A lot of brands just mass manufacture and produce. These are one of those brands that do truly listen to their consumers. Next, we have the best debut signature shoe of 2023, and that for me is the Nike Jaw 1. And I told you guys from the get-go that this was probably going to be one of my favorite shoes in 2023, and I ain't a damn liar. So these are it. Now, the Sabrina ones are also an amazing debut shoe, and I have nothing bad. Like, I mean, clearly each one of these shoes, the Jaw ones and the Sabrinas, have room to improve, and they are debut shoes. There's always going to be room to improve, but I would say the Jaw ones have this slight edge for me, and that's just because for me they were just more fun to play in. On top of that, I think the traction for me in the Jaw ones performed a little bit better than they did in the Sabrinas, and that's not to say that the Sabrinas performed terribly, but the Jaw one did perform a little bit better. These, like I said, are my favorite debut shoe of 2023, and I think the Jaw line is going to get even better. That was an unintended pun, but I guess we'll take it. Next, we have the best looking basketball shoe of 2023, and that, in my opinion, is the Puma MB03. This shoe is surely appearing on a lot of my lists. Wonder why. But this colorway in particular is my favorite looking basketball shoe in 2023. Now, there's a lot of amazing performers, but looks and performance don't always coincide together. And lucky for me, in this case, it did. So this is an amazing performing basketball shoe, but it's also an amazing looking basketball shoe. And I gotta say, Puma is probably overall one of my, if not my favorite brand when it comes to performance and to aesthetics. And in this case, it's the Puma MB03 in the Toxic colorway. Absolutely amazing shoe, but also a great looker. And just to, I guess, solidify my opinion even more, my nephew was a checks over stripes kind of guy and literally just checks over everything. But when he saw the MB line, particularly the MB02 slimes, he's been wanting to wear nothing but Puma. And since then, since those slime shoes, he's got what, 5-6 pairs of Pumas. He's got 3 pairs of the MB02s and another at least 2 pairs of the MB03s, this colorway being one of them. These are the best looking basketball shoes of 2023. The best traction setup of 2023 for me is the Wade 8083. Now, the 8083 in particular was a better setup for me, or just a better overall experience as far as traction, especially indoors, than the 8083 Ultra. The 8083 just literally bit the floor a lot harder than any other shoe that I've played in this year. Now, I know that a lot of people have also mentioned the Rigger AR1, but like I mentioned, because my toe was broken and because I got sick, I really didn't get a chance to test out all the shoes I wanted to this year. So those shoes for me will be moving on to next year, and I promise I will test out the Rigger AR1. I know a lot of people have asked me for that, so I will get to that. But as far as the best traction of 2023, the Wade 8083. The best cushion of 2023, to no one's surprise, are the Nike GT Jump 2s. Now, these things are honestly like the complete package when it comes to cushion. It's always great to have great traction with a great cushion setup, and these things have that. But on top of that, literally on top of the traction, you have 2 large zoom pods unlocked, and then you have React, a thick bed of React in the heel. And on top of that, you have a full length zoom strobel unit. So this thing is just absolutely beefed up with cushion, but with the setup, you also get a lot of stability out of this cushion. So you're not really feeling like you're wobbling or you're unstable. You get great impact protection, great bounce, just great cushion, and you get that stability that comes along with this shoe in particular. So best cushion of 2023, Nike GT Jump 2s. The best shoe for wide footers in 2023 are the Puma MB03s. I mean, what else can I say about these shoes? I mean, I've said pretty much everything I could say. So the best wide foot fitting shoe of 2023, the Puma MB03s, for all the reasons I mentioned as to why they are also the best shoe for Puma in 2023, plus the fact that they also are nice and roomy in the toe box, so you don't get that squeezing and pinching on your initial wear, and you're just ready to go the second you wear these things. Now, for the most well-rounded shoe of 2023, in my opinion, that's going to be the Nike KD16. Traction, solid. Cushion, solid. Everything solid. This shoe is just literally improved on the KD15. There's more support, and you don't get that heel slippage issue. Overall, the KD line has been probably the most well-rounded line within the last few years, and that hasn't changed this year either. So Nike KD16 for the most well-rounded shoe of 2023. The best value for a basketball shoe in 2023, for me, that's going to be the Nike Zoom Freak 5. Now, this shoe does normally retail in at $130, but it is also one of those lines that goes on sale pretty damn early and pretty damn regularly, and you can get these for as low as like 65 bucks right now. 65 bucks or 70 bucks for a shoe that performs like this is absolutely insane. And if you can, I would take advantage of that, and I would take advantage of that quick. The traction is amazing. The cushion, you have 4-foot zoom and then a cush long carrier, and then it's so easy to put on and it's so comfortable. It's just an amazing shoe, and for the price you can get it on, just especially on sale and how regularly it is, it's just a deal you can't pass up. Like, don't do it, don't pass it up, like seriously. So before we get to my most valuable sneaker, or aka my favorite shoe to play in this year, and keep in mind, my favorite shoe to play in this year doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best performing shoe, if that makes sense, because I think there are probably better performing shoes overall, but I also had more fun playing in this shoe. However, before we get to that, we have the most disappointing shoe of 2023, and for me, that's not just one shoe, that's a whole ass brand. The Jordan brand just is absolutely terrible this year, and it's not that the fact that, you know, the Jordan 23, or not 23, the Jordan 38 was a terrible performer. The shoe in itself performed great. However, the durability was just total and complete garbage. The outsole rips off on the Jordan 38, and it wasn't an issue just for me, it was an issue for multiple other people and multiple other testers within this space. But on top of that, you also had the same issue with the Luka 2, the Jordan Tatum 1 as well. That thing, not that the outsole was ripping off, but the upper in itself was ripping pretty damn quickly, and I've had a lot of people send me DMs, leave comments saying that Tatum 1s just literally broke apart on them within a week. For me, it was the outsole durability. The foam in itself was just grinding down super quick, and then just where the actual rubber is, that part was also grinding down really quickly. And the Zion 3s, those things were, I gotta say, I had a lot higher hopes for those than what was actually present. The brand in general, the Jordan brand, I really think needs to step it up as far as their quality control, because they could have some solid performers, but they literally choose not to. It's ridiculous that they are part of Nike, and Nike puts out, you know, shoes like the LeBron 21, the KD16, the Sabrina 1, the Jaw 1, the GT Jump 2s, previously the GT Cut 1s, and even the GT Hustles. They're not bad shoes either. Being part of that and then putting out products like this, especially the Jordan 38, which is a $200 shoe, is just ridiculous. So most disappointing shoe is actually a whole brand, and that's the Jordan brand. So do better, Jordan brand. Do it for the people. They're your consumers. So I lied. We do have 2 more categories before we get to my MVS, or most valuable sneaker. And the next one is going to be the best drop-in setup for 2023, and that's going to be the Serious Player Only brand. The Serious Player Only brand, and the reason why I say brand is because their drop-ins are interchangeable throughout all their sneakers. So you could literally get any one of their drop-in midsoles, and they're making those available to purchase separately, and you can literally interchange them throughout any one of your sneakers. You have, I believe, 4 options. You have their quick setup, you have their strength setup, their support setup, and then you have their explosive setup, which their explosive one is their newest one. And to me, just the fact that they offer that variety and give people the option to buy the shoes and then add on accessories such as drop-in midsoles is absolutely amazing, and I think something that Nike really missed the point on, and I think they could have really capitalized on that, and they never did. So best drop-ins of 2023, Serious Player Only. Now, the Bouncy Issue of 2023, to no one's surprise, it's also Nike GT Jump 2. The reason why I say Bouncy is generally I wouldn't really want to put the same shoe for cushion and for bounce, because it doesn't always mean the same thing, but in this case it does. And a lot of that has to do with the zoom strobel, but on top of that, or I guess on the bottom of that, the 2 unlocked zoom pods, which just make this thing absolutely ridiculously bouncy. So especially if you play on your forefeet, the second you just get ready to go, it like literally just launches you forward, and that's just like, it's absolutely insane. And it took me a little bit getting used to it. Not that it was dangerous or anything, but like it literally launches you, and that's why this is my Bouncy Issue of 2023. Now, the MVS, or the most valuable sneaker of 2023, aka my favorite sneaker of 2023 to play in, is, can you guys guess? I bet you can't. The Puma MB03. Yeah, this is fun to play in. This, like I said, it's one of those shoes that you get great fit, you get solid cushion, you get solid traction, the lockdown is great, and the materials are nice and supportive. This shoe is just a complete shoe for me, and it's one of those shoes that if I wasn't having fun testing a shoe, sometimes, you know, going through all these shoes and testing all these shoes, there are some shoes that you run into that you just absolutely don't want to test. Like I gotta say, the Zion 3s were one of those shoes for me, and this is one of those shoes that like I went to because I really did not want to deal with that shoe anymore. And this is just one of those shoes I have fun. By all means, it's not a perfect shoe, but it is my favorite shoe to play in. And this is a shoe, like if I really want to win, and I'm pretty damn competitive, I'm wearing these. But for real, if I want to win, I'm wearing these, period. Now, a lot of people also ask us where we get our basketball socks from. The answer is from Amazon. They come in a pack of 3 that costs just as much as 1 pair of Nike Elite socks. The ones we have are these 2 muted colors, which the white one and the black one, and they are quarter length. So if you guys like quarter length, they have them available in that, but they also have them in the high top version. Like I said, they come in a pack of 3 that costs just as much as the Nike Elites. And these are pretty much the same thing, but without the Nike branding. They're cushioned, they're ventilated, and they're amazing socks, and they last a long time. If you guys do want a pair, hit the link in our description down below and go grab yourselves a pack. Not a pair, grab yourselves a pack. These are essentially my awards for the best in each category for the basketball shoes of 2023. If you guys did have a different list as to brands or categories, let me know your list down below. If there are any other shoes you guys would like me to review, again, comment down below. For more content like this, please like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.